I just want to remind everyone once again, we are at Snookers in Providence, Rhode Island at the 8th Annual Budweiser Classic, $5,000 guaranteed first place. We are streaming from the main tournament room here, and we have an awesome match for you right here. Billy the Kid Lanna versus Mike Minichello. We're going to get this thing kicked off right now. We got the jams tuning. All right, players, let's get it rolling. And it's going to look like Mike Minichello is going to come up with this one. So, again, we are down to the final 12 players. Everyone here is walking away with some cash. Just to give you guys a heads up on what the field looks like. We had a full 64 field. This was an A, B, C class tournament. A class races to 10, B class races to 8, and the C class races to 6. In the finals of the winner's side, we have Jared Demalia playing against Matt Resendez. And also Run Zoo versus Lucas Werner. Those are our 4 final undefeated players. On the one-loss side, we have Rand Tamba playing Al McGuane, Kevin Baccio playing Samut Sam. We have Jim Prather playing CJ Farnham, and Mike Minichello playing Billy the Kid right here. So this match that you're watching right now is an elimination round. So the loser of this match will be eliminated in the 9th through 12th place, and the winner will go on to play either Jim Prather or CJ Farnham. So Billy's off to the races here. We're waiting our special guest here, Mr. Ray McNamara, to get situated. He's going to be joining us for the duration. We always love having Ray in the room. Ray, how you doing?
Welcome, welcome. How's things today?
Things are going well. Are you as excited as I am about this finale today? This is pretty awesome.
It's going to give me a little time to get in stroke over here, because last night, McGregor-Mayweather fight, the place was packed. Tons of people out in the parking lot. I mean, it was almost like standing room only, just in the parking lot.
Oh yeah, I actually have a couple of pictures. I wish I had them to put on the stream here for these guys. But if you could imagine, we were at full capacity in this room. At Snookers, we were full capacity. We couldn't allow anyone else into the building, and out in the parking lot, it was just mobbing with people. I want to say maybe 10, 12 rows deep in the parking lot. They were like, let us in.
Yeah.
It was a sight to see.
But the crowd was handled. The guys at the door did good.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Because it was tough holding people out. Everybody wants to come in and watch the big
You're not
fight,
kidding. They say, hey, don't you remember me from last Thursday?
Yeah, I know.
I'm that guy.
and I tell you what, for like 2 hours straight, 40 people must have come up to me and said, just my one friend is coming down from Boston.
Just one guy.
Just one guy. Yeah, 40 times.
Yeah, 40 times one guy.
But, all right, so here we are. I need to find my glasses here. I can't see the screen, but looks like, Billy, this must be game 1 here, right?
Oh, yeah, this is game 1. Mike Minichello won the lag, and Billy cleaned up the table there. He brought his dustbuster with him.
Let me guess. Mikey was breaking about 1 foot to the left of the head spot, right?
Unfortunately, I did not notice where he broke from, but I'm going to go ahead and say that you're on point with that. He doesn't stray too far away from that place. So.
No, I know. And I think I talked to him about it, too, and why he doesn't adjust, and if things aren't working his way on the break, you're going to make adjustments. I may go 3 times in the same spot, thinking that it was me that made the mistake on racking or not reading it right.
Yeah.
But after 3 times, you got to come up with something new.
Yeah,
you know?
three times and it's not working. Something's a
Yeah.
little off.
Yeah,
You got to change it.
I mean, if you're playing a long race with somebody, 25, race to 25 or something, then you can have a little extra time to experiment and try this, try that. But
Of course.
in a short race to 10, you got to get the breakdown right away, because if your opponent has it, in a rotation game, the break is huge.
Absolutely. I'm not sure what exactly his response was, but it might have been something like, "Hey, I'm me. Watch what I do." He's quite a magical player, I'll tell you.
All right, so not many people in here yet today. I hope people come down and watch this event.
Yeah, we got a decent crowd here. What do you figure? We got about 15 or 20 guys here watching the show here,
Yeah,
something like
right
that.
now. I mean, it is early in the day,
Yeah, and I think a lot of the folks. Yeah, a lot of the folks. I think they want to come down to watch the final and see what people do with their stroke when they're shooting for 5K. When 5,000's on the line, hey, you know what? You might not make that hanging 9 ball. It might not go in. You never know.
Well, we talked about it yesterday, where you just got to focus on the task.
Yeah,
you know what I
focus
mean?
on the task. That's right.
Focus on the task it'll help you stay in that zone. It doesn't do it all the time. You gotta practice it, but.
I was giving some of the players, like kind of a pep talk or, just a pre-fight, speech. And I was trying to explain to them that all they got to do is just believe that they are the winner and truly believe that they're the winner more than the other guys. And that's the guy that's going to win. The skill is going to come into play, of course, but if you doubt yourself just for a second, that's it. It's curtains.
Yeah, well, doubt is brain activity, which means that's what you're thinking about.
Yeah,
so
you're thinking something that's wrong.
Exactly. Yep.
So, Billy, I got to say, for this time of day, Billy's looking pretty clean. He's hitting the ball fantastic.
Right now he is, yes. I didn't get to watch a few of his matches yet. Maybe the first one. He played on table 3 earlier in the day, and I was in the booth here. So I was kind of peeking down every now and then to see how he was doing. And it looked like he was hitting the ball good. But then when I talked to him later on in the day, he said some of his later matches just kind of fell apart on him.
Yeah, I mean, some of the other players definitely, took it to him and, kept him on his toes, put some pressure on him. I do want to say that his final match last night was against Brad Dano in the C class, and that went double hill. And let me tell you, Billy didn't have to win that. It was very, very close. Of course, there was, the game difference there, but, I mean, it was literally, Brad had the break in the final rack, and the 9 ball hung with the 4 ball maybe 6 to 8 inches away from it. He's got a clear shot at the 1 ball, but it's kind of an uncomfortable back cut or a bank. But the table's pretty much open. So Brad elected to bank the 1 ball. He made the 1 ball, and he ended up just barely hiding himself on the straight in 3 with the 4-9 hanging. And he made the hit on the 3 ball. It rolled out a bit. Billy got the shot, and he made the 4-9 combo to win. But that was, it was a nail biter.
Brad was playing in the draft league on Monday nights, and he ended up taking at least this session off. I can't remember if he took 2 sessions off, but I'm pretty sure that he had some health issues. I don't know what they were. He said everything was good now when he was back, so it's good to see him. At least in that fight. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
When you go to the hill, you really, you're actually in the intensity of the game.
Yes.
That's when it's at its highest.
Absolutely.
It comes down to that one game, and you can feel it. And, even though you lose, you want to get back to that. You want to get back into that action. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Now, Mike playing here, Mike Minichello, he tried to play safe there, trying to 2-rail, I believe it was the 7 ball, 2 rails under the 8, leaving the cue ball against the rail. And he ended up running into the 9 ball. Billy missed that 7 ball, and Mike couldn't take advantage of that opportunity there.
Well, I mentioned it yesterday that being here for the qualifiers on Saturdays, I've been playing with Billy. And he is hitting the ball really good.
Yeah.
I mean, like any other player, you go in and out, but he's been staying on the in
Yeah,
more
I want to
now.
say in the last like 2 to 3 months, I've seen Billy extremely consistent.
Yeah.
And as a pool player, that's tough to say because just like you're saying, it fades sometimes. It goes in, it goes out. A lot of players, even some top players, they're streaky, and they'll always play somewhat decent. They're not going to look like a beginner, but at the same time, their top game isn't always going to be available to them.
Yeah.
But Billy, he's been pretty consistent.
Well, I tell you what, when I came in today, I got here a little early. I did what I had to do, and I said, "All right, let me grab some balls." So I go over to the table, start hitting the balls.
Yeah.
And I said, "Wow, now I know. Now I remember what it feels like to be lost on the table."
Oh, you hear that, folks? You want action? Come see Ray right now. Do not wait.
Because that's the way it felt.
In 4 to 6 hours, the game is not going to be the same. So please, hurry up.
It may take longer than that sometimes. Sometimes
I always say I need 8 to 12 minutes, and then I'm ready.
Oh,
8 to 12 minutes, and I'm ready to go. Now, Mike's in a little predicament here. I mean, he can make the 2-ball. That's no problem, but he wishes that he could see a little bit more of it to bump into that rail and get himself a little bit better. But it looks like he's going to try to stun it and roll up. Just like that. Now, we were speaking on this yesterday. Mike Minichello, he's been getting a lot of table time on this table here, on this table 1. And it's been some, pretty decent action. He's played a couple of the ship to cash action matches over here. And he's won both of them so far. He played Joe Dupuis. That was a race to 15, and he ended up winning that match there. I mean, obviously, a lot of people thought that, because Mike hasn't played in a while, he's not very active, that he wasn't going to be able to do it, but he managed to pull that out, and he also managed to defeat Clayton Rocha, another very strong player. So he's on the upswing, and you don't usually see that with a player that's I don't want to call him from the old school, but he's been around for a while, and it seems like his game is on the upswing. So can't wait to see what he can bring today.
Well, what's nice about what you have going on too is you create the challenge match. And a player usually knows about 4 to 6 weeks ahead of time.
Yeah, at least that. Yeah, something like
that night that they have a match.
Mm-hmm.
And they can prepare for it on their own schedule. They come in, and the whole time they're there to play pool.
That's right.
For a tournament, you come in, and there's a lot of time you're sitting down waiting for a match.
Yeah.
So you don't, at least with the challenge match, you're always involved in the game when you're at the event. Win or lose, you had your time. You know. Now I understand, in the winner, because Mikey won that, he's playing. Danny Basovich.
That's right.
Kid Delicious.
Kid
right?
Delicious. That's right.
And that's set to be scheduled.
Yes, that's going to be scheduled. We're working on Danny's schedule, and I'm sure he's got his own things. He's a little bit further away than the other players that Mike's matched up with. So we're understanding of what he's got to go through to get up here. I believe he's probably in the neighborhood of 4 to 5 hours away, something like that. He's in the New Jersey area, but that match will happen. And when it does, we're going to be very excited to have Danny back in the room.
That was a nice shot Mikey hit right there.
That's that lefty stroke right there.
Yeah.
True blue lefty. But he's looking like he just wants to get some momentum here. And right there is the definitive stroke. That was it. You make that one, and that's a strong confidence booster right there.
See, unlike his brother, who has that hesitation when he comes to the cue ball to match up, he lets the stroke dictate his sight.
Yeah, it's almost like he pushes a button, his arm starts going straight, and then he flips the switch and lets it rip.
Right. He lets the stroke of the shot.
Yeah.
He starts the stroke of the shot ahead of time.
Yeah, right.
And now all he has to do is let his cue stick go out.
Right. Absolutely.
All right, so let me get. I'll mark the score here for us. All right, go ahead.
We got to get. We're going to be at 2-1. Billy the Kid.
Billy's breaking from the rail here, hoping to make the 6-ball. That was his plan, I guess, if he looked at the rack. Oh, he let it loose.
Did let it loose.
And that 6-ball came high, too, so.
Yeah. I got to mention this real quick. A player of Billy's caliber. See what he broke with?
I,
Off the wall.
yeah.
Off the wall.
Oh, you know what?
You know what? I think it was even off the floor.
He
He just picked up the closest house cue and said, "Hey, watch this."
the funny thing is, he had a break cue and I had a break cue.
Oh dear, I love this.
And he would ask to use my break cue, and we would swap cues.
Yeah.
And I tried his cue one time. I had it because he had mine for like at least 2 months.
Yeah.
And I had his. So I had it, so I tried his cue, and I liked it better than mine. And
Yeah.
he liked mine better. So we ended up swapping.
Switching.
It's just,
Hey, I like yours. You like mine.
Yeah, you just keep that. I'll keep this. We're all good, you know. So then he let somebody use it, his break cue, and he hasn't got it back yet.
Oh dear.
So
So you actually have his
So
break
this
cue.
morning he actually asked me. He says, "Can I use your break cue?" Like, so now I'm gonna be. I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna be left with no cue now.
Yeah, right.
But
Well, we're going to have to let him know that he is not able to let someone use this one, even though it used to be his.
yeah. No, but I'm gonna let him use it for this
Yeah.
match.
That's fine. We're going to get that over to him.
Yeah, that's the story on the break cues.
I like that. I love stories.
Right.
So, real quick update on the surrounding matches. Table 2, Kevin Baccio, Samut Sam. It is 1-0. I'm not sure who won that game there. Table 3, 1-0. Not sure who's up there. That's C.J. Farnham and Jim Prather. It's 1-1 with Al McGuane and Rand Tamba. 1-1 with Matt Resendiz and Jared Demalia. And it's 2-1 in favor of Lucas Werner over Run. So,
Now, Mikey just put that 4 in. Didn't try to do anything with his cue ball, saying that I can make this shot.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to settle down and trying to get into the rhythm of it. Try to see it. And he hit it good. He hit it to the pocket. No,
no, that's a tough.
shouldn't feel bad about that.
No, that's a tough shot to gauge right there. Very, very tough shot to gauge. You know, that kind of distance.
Yeah. No, if you can hit it to the jaws like that, you hit it good.
Yeah.
You were trying to dial in.
It's amazing that the small intricacies of this game and what the after effects and how they can be so huge with just those small little things. Maybe just a smallest bit more speed, and it might have gone,
Right.
or
And
something like that, or a hair less fouled through, or whatever you want to call it, but something so small.
Like on a shot that Billy just had right there. Just that little bit of an angle, that coming in the way he did, left himself in this kind of, it's a tricky situation, you know?
And now, I don't think he's going to try to back cut this in the side pocket, but, I mean, he is Billy. I mean, I see him just pocketing it in the corner, same corner he's going to go with the 9-ball.
Yeah.
Just coming 2-3 rails out. It looks like he's playing inside.
One rail. Yeah, it looks like he's going one rail.
And that's Billy for you, folks. Nice shot, Billy.
Oh boy. This is Billy's song right here.
Is it? You know, I always say you got to have the jams on. Got to have the jams on. Can you give this to Billy, please? You got to have the music on. You got to have the jams on. Got to have the jams on. And whatever is on, it's your favorite song. I don't care if you've never heard it in your life, it's your favorite song. And if it's not, guess what? Not going to work out well. Not going to work out well. Well, I got to say,
I think you know what? I wasn't really paying attention, but I think Mikey just broke from off the rail.
No.
I think he
No
did.
way.
You know, I don't.
No
I
way.
wish we had replay because
No way.
I wasn't paying attention, but I kind of glanced and I thought I saw him coming from the side. Yeah.
I don't know if I believe that.
So he did. He made a change.
Incredible. Give you a quick layout of the table here. What do you see as the issues here, Ray? I mean, the 3-9 is kind of tight. You see him trying to...
I tell you what, Billy's been playing a lot of one pocket, and because that 4 ball is so close, he'll know to try to use that if he goes for a combo, you know, a 3-9.
So you don't think he's going to try to get position to shoot at the 3 ball clear? He's going to try to play, the way he played that,
now, Yeah, where he is now.
He's going with that 3-9.
I think he's forced to do that.
Now, him rolling over like that, does that change your thoughts there? Or
no.
Is he thinking some kind of two-way positioning there?
No, he left himself tougher than he wanted, but I still see him going for this combo, using that 4 ball.
You know, sometimes I see Billy approach shots, lines, angles, you know, like just the way that he sees the balls to roll. And he does it in a way where it's so, you know, unorthodox, but it's actually the natural way.
Look at that.
Unbelievable.
Pow, right in the kisser.
You said it, Ray. Pow, right in the kisser. Billy, 4-1 over Mike Minichello. Wow, great shot. He didn't even need that 4 ball. That 4 ball just made him a little bit comfortable while he was hitting it.
I think the 3 kissed it, just like a little smooch on the way by, but that was it. Yeah, he hit that good.
Now Billy's got his shooting cue in his hand now. He's gonna break with his shooting cue now.
Yeah, and he only has 1 shaft, so I wouldn't call that a good move.
Yeah, you know, got to outrun it, Ray. Why plan ahead? Outrun the nuts. All right. What are we looking at here, folks? I don't want to speculate, but
I think he's going to be trying to cut the 1 to the we'll call it the top right corner right here, and carom the 2 in. So you're sending the 1 to the corner pocket and playing the 2 in the side.
Yeah, that's definitely a good shot there. And then he's only got a couple of shots before that 4-9er lines up, and that's going to be another bead.
And this type of shooting that it's created by playing one pocket. You get creative, you know. And I mean, obviously he didn't make it.
Yeah,
but,
he had to hit that 1 ball a lot thinner than that.
That was a very makeable shot for him, you know.
Most definitely.
I mean, you still have the 4 ball kind of in trouble. Your 3 balls up table, so it makes it tougher to get on.
Got to get a shot at Mr. Minichello's table swag. One of my favorite guys to watch play.
Yeah,
he's just got that.
He's slinky around the
He's
table.
super swag. I swear, there's times where I'm watching him approach the table, and I swear he moonwalks. He just moonwalks by the table. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
Sometimes I watch him, I don't even need a muscle relaxer for my back.
He's so chill, it's contagious. Yeah, but I love the way he you know, he kind of just floats around.
I mean, he has the angle to actually get shape on this 4 ball, unless he's looking to shoot the combination. So he has pretty much choice on what he wants to do. Oh, we're going in.
And he's going in. Combination 4-9. Pow, right in the kisser.
Yeah, there's another one.
There it is. 4-2 in favor of Billy the Kid Lanna. And a race to 10.
Billy's going to think about that, the shot selection there. I mean, I was okay with him going like that. Maybe you had to take an extra minute just to see your angles a little bit better.
I'll tell you what,
he should have came closer on that than he actually did.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, you know, you get those little brain tweaks.
Yeah.
But there's Mike's signature
you know what's funny?
rail bang.
You know what's funny sometimes playing the game where sometimes you're feeling so good at the table, it distracts you. You say to yourself, "Wow, I'm hitting the ball good," and just that, alone is enough to make you miss a shot, you know. And that's where the wheels fall off the bus, and you're getting a ride home.
He said the wheels fall off the bus. Hey, I was cruising. Next thing you know, the wheels fell off the bus. All right, Billy attempted the safe there. He didn't really get what he was looking for there. You're seeing Mike trying to kick right behind the one ball, kind of firm.
I
Keep
think
the cue ball in place.
I think the one ball's a little close to the rail to get behind it clean enough.
Yeah, you'd have to have a little bit more of an angle. I think you're right there.
You can almost bank it down table, you know, kind of close where that 3 is, and stick it, you know, use the 9, something like that. Use the 9, the 7. You have so many balls there to cause trouble that was the best way to go.
Now, I believe we're going to see Billy coming off the bottom rail here, the short rail on the bottom there. Does that make sense to you?
I'm thinking that way, yep.
He's going to want to try to come across the face of it, send the cue ball between the 7 and the 3.
Well, the way he's looking, I don't know.
I mean, this is Billy.
He's shooting something different. I don't know. You'd have to kind of be at the table, I guess, to see this. Oh, no, that's what he did. Trying to get behind it.
And just going to leave Mike a shot. That one ball does go clear into the side pocket. I'm just trying to estimate where his cue's going to be.
Yeah. It looks like that 2 ball goes to that corner pocket, but then you have to have the right angle to get to the 3. So you got things to negotiate here. I think we might be seeing a safety coming up.
I'm sure. Looks like he got enough space there.
Yeah, you
but
can.
As far as getting on the 3 ball.
Yeah, that's the only thing, and he left himself kind of straight. I think the draw, unless you can draw, you clip the 6 and head that way.
Yeah.
No.
And he elected to play safe.
He went to the safety. He kind of overhit it.
That a little firm. It's going to work out okay.
I think Billy can make it. And he should be able to get shape on that.
You see him massaying around this ball?
I don't know. Is it a massay or can he actually?
No, he can't see the 2 ball.
No.
No, he's going to be kicking here.
Oh yeah. Looking at it that way, you're right.
Yeah, that 4 ball is completely blocking his view.
As you say, eclipsed.
Yeah, the full eclipse. This past Monday's full eclipse. We had 66% this past Monday.
We're hooking it, folks. If he makes it, he actually gets shape. But if he misses it...
Mike's going to get that ball in here.
Yeah, ball in here. Now, this is just a matter of paying attention to your lines and putting the balls in the pocket, you know. May elect to follow up on this and play the 4 on the opposite side. That's what he's looking at now.
Yeah, something I want to mention. A lot of players try to force the cue ball a lot. I mean, if you just roll onto the proper line, you can make your job a lot easier. A lot easier.
Well, coming in, it's actually coming into the line the right way a lot of times. Like I've seen a lot of times where if you're looking at that 5 ball, people try to get shape on that 5 ball all the time by shooting it in the side pocket, where a lot of times you want to come off the back rail or the bottom rail and you want to come straight down the line and shoot that 5 in a corner pocket. You know, I've seen position shots like that all the time where you get wrong on the 5 ball to the side.
Now it looks like he's gonna maybe run into the 7 ball here. I don't think there's a way to avoid that, but the shot isn't the issue, it's the position. And he did avoid the 7. Brakes on, pump the brakes. He should be all right here. I don't see any other issues. Should I draw back a little bit? He wants to come underneath the 7 to the side. 8 in the opposite side, and he should be all set.
He actually wants to be on the right-hand side of the angle to the 7 to the side. Maybe right where the spot is, or a little bit more left of the spot. This is his line.
Little overhit, but
he did. Because he wanted to get that line. He knew he had to get that line there. Now all he has to do is really put it in and fade up towards the 9, and you're going to be playing the 8 either in the side or the corner.
I believe he had his volume a little high.
Well, I think he overhit that. He didn't have to hit it that like
wow.
that.
Did he nipple hook him?
He did.
I think he did.
He did.
He did. One quick anecdote. Brad did the same thing to Billy last night. Same exact position and everything.
Well,
it was on the
Billy
3
has
ball.
Experience on this.
It was on the 3 ball, but
Well, Billy's looking to go 3 rails on this and get behind the 7. That's what he wants to do. If he that way, the cue ball almost like stops just about where the 7 is, and you kick the 7 up table and try to use the 8-9. So he's actually trying to go 3 rails behind this 7.
And he wants to kick it up table, hopefully getting the 2 rails safe behind the 8 ball and the 9 there.
Right. Yeah, that's what he's looking to do.
Now let's see if Billy can execute this here.
Well, he made the hit anyway. He tied up some balls, made them tougher.
It's okay.
You know, sometimes that's all you can do.
Looks like that side pocket is a popular pocket, Ray. Between the 2 sides, we have 5 balls in the 2 sides.
Oh yeah, yeah. Looking down at the table, you can tell that. Yeah. Well, he's looking to come around. He just looked to come around those balls and play the 8 in the same side. Where
you don't think he's comfortable enough to try to roll into the 8 ball or into the 9 ball there, trying to stay on that side of it? I mean, as a lefty, you know, you can never be too sure, but...
Oh, he did the same thing again, where he double-pointed that side pocket.
Now, you think that has anything to do with his extremely large backstroke on a shot like that?
Wow, Billy took a timeout here.
Wow.
Well, okay. I would be against taking that timeout. And this is one of those situations here where you know you're in a tough situation and you take the timeout. When you come back, you know what? You're still in that tough situation.
Yeah, you're still there.
You know,
no relief.
The only way for this to work out really good for Billy is if he comes back and somehow comes with something, you know. Then that could turn the tables, but odds are against him to do that in this position.
So Ray, what are our options on this shot here? I mean, he's going to try to pocket the ball. Is he going to one rail it and try to kick it into the side? Is he going to kick behind it? Is he going long ways? I mean, how is he going to attack this?
Well,
he's like, well,
this is
he's going to reach into his magic bag and
this is
pull
what you
something
call a hit and hope.
Hit and hope.
Yeah, because I mean,
there's not really a.
I think to make the hit, to make sure you make the hit. Obviously, he's probably going to go the shortest route to try to kick the ball.
Yeah.
Now, if you go that route, you can't hit it easy because that's not going to do anything for you. So you got to hit it hard, right? So you hit it hard, and there's no blockers down table, and there's a chance that the cue ball and the 7 ball are heading down table. So,
yeah.
you know, you have nothing working for you.
You know, I know this is risky. I'm noticing an option. Tell me if I'm crazy. I'd actually like to kick it not too hard, just medium speed, and try to put the 7 ball on line towards the side and the cue ball towards the bottom rail, and just try to, you know, graze the back side of the 7, send the cue ball down towards the foot spot there, try to put them on the bottom rail. I mean, in this position, there's not really any great shots.
Right.
But I see that line as being favorable, where if he doesn't actually pocket the 7 ball, he's going to leave him a long shot and he'd be close to the rail. Billy's kicking ability, I'm sure he'd be able to, you know, conjure up something similar to that.
Well, yes, okay. If I mean, you're in a tough situation, but I don't think you can really execute the shot. You know, you can't look at this as a shot you're going to execute well. You know? So by hitting it at a slow to a medium speed, I really don't think it's going to help you here, you know. He may elect, say he goes to the bottom rail and kind of goes 2 rails up. At least you're moving balls to the same side to where the 8 and the 9 are, you know.
Gotcha.
But I don't think he's going to kick that way. I'm pretty sure he's going to go shortest route, and he's just going to step up and fire a rocket, you know, and hopefully something works for him.
Yeah, hopefully the right thing explodes.
I mean, if he could measure up to try to actually make the ball, but still, he's going to hit it hard. You know, there's no sense in holding back on this.
Well, I got to say,
I feel like there's an earthquake going on over here.
An earthquake?
Yeah.
Oh, that's me. Sorry about that, Ray. it's my insides.
Man. Well, yesterday was a long day.
Yeah, you're not
yesterday
kidding.
was a long day, and
we were here a little before 9 and getting out of here a little after 2. That was definitely a long day.
Yeah.
But hey, we love this. We love it. This is what we live for,
I
Ray.
would have, the time went by pretty quick being here in the booth. And
Yep.
I noticed something yesterday that you have to actually kind of get in stroke being in the booth.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's
Most
not,
definitely.
You walk in and sometimes you don't have anything to say, and
You come in, yeah. It is like
I mean,
that.
yesterday I was by myself a lot because you had to run around and organize and watch hits and tell people where to go.
Did you tell anybody some bedtime stories?
But
Mary had a little.
I don't know if I was. I don't know if I was a little too dry in my commentary, but I was kind of lost all by myself there. I need a little push. You're my inspiration.
Oh, that's all. I appreciate that, Ray. I appreciate that. All right, so Billy's back at the table here. Now we're gonna see what he's looking at. I gotta say, sometimes Billy strokes the ball in a way that no one, I literally mean no one strokes it that way, and it comes out amazingly. And I don't think that's something you can teach. I think that's just something, it's Billy's birth defect. He was born with that incredible stroke to just manipulate the cue ball.
All right, I don't know if you saw how he was looking, but see, all right, so the shortest route here, because what I was saying isn't really going to do you any good. All you can do by doing that is hit it hard and hope.
So he's trying to kick to the high side of the 7.
Yeah, he elected to go a different route because if he does make the hit, he has a better chance of coming out good on it.
Yeah, he could have pocketed the ball. He could have gotten safe on the ball, sending the cue behind the 8-9 again.
But by doing that now, he risked, by the way, going the way
risk
he did,
reward, yeah.
He risked the chance of making the hit, know? So, and this is where I go back to, that was a bad time to take a timeout. Now his timeout's gone. He put himself in a tough situation. It didn't benefit from him at all, and it helped his opponent because now his opponent has ball in hand.
And Mike's looking good. I think he's going to pocket the 8 and the 9 in the same pocket.
Yeah, I'm thinking that.
He's going to kind of swing it up a little. Didn't want to get too close to the rail, but shouldn't be a problem. Mike Minichello.
There we go.
4-3 in favor of Billy.
Okay, folks.
All right, so
the Wednesday night tournament.
Yeah, the Wednesday night tournament.
That's been doing
fantastic.
Over the summertime, we've been averaging what?
Right around 40 players a week in the summer, which is the off season, believe it or not.
The off season for us. Usually, I tell you what, in previous years, I'm going to say we averaged in the mid 20s.
Yeah,
low to
almost
mid-20s.
Yeah, we're almost doubling the turnouts these days as far as the New England pool scene goes, and especially surrounding Snookers.
Right.
What the anomaly is, yet to be determined.
Well, it's training camp, and people are starting to realize, if you're interested in pool, how can you not come to Snookers on Wednesday night?
Yeah, no kidding.
You get the $5 action table, you have the break and run, you have the tournament, there's always a game going on.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, after the room settles down as far as tournament play goes, we definitely have some matchups in the room, and anybody at any skill level, you've got another player in the room that's very, very similar speed, and they are willing to play.
Right.
So, I mean,
and
literally, we have from beginner to
right.
pro, you name it, you got action. And it's just amazing. And the entire room, from the beginner to the pro, as far as Snookers standards go, that group of players, they progressively get better together. And it's an awesome thing to be a part of.
Right, exactly.
So,
okay, back to the action here. What do we got going on?
Billy's shooting over the 7 ball. I mean, this is probably going to end up being some kind of
I think
some kind of a manipulative shot here. I mean, if he goes all in.
No, I see the 1 ball coming up and down the table.
You think he's going to try to
straight down the middle, up and down? Oh, actually, you know what? The way he's shooting at this ball.
You were right there. He played it the 2-way. Yeah, again, that's just Billy's
That's the
uncanny
one
ability
pocket.
to maneuver that cue ball.
That's the one pocket game right there. See,
I mean, he literally didn't even care if the one ball was close. He was just like, I know where the cue ball's going 100%, so you're going to have to deal with that, pal. And Mike is going to leave a 1-9.
yeah.
Not sure what Billy's going to attack there, but
I think we're going carom on this.
yeah, I think so too.
I don't think it's going to be a combo. He may try to bring the one ball back across the table and try to sneak it behind the two and make the carom.
So Billy doesn't go all in on a shot. Billy goes all in on a decision. So he's not just going to say, hey, if I make it, I win. If I miss, I'm going to lose. He's gonna try to manipulate the entire rack there.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I guess it's tough to see the angles here because I'm sure I've been at the table a lot of times. You think one thing and then you bend over on the shot and you say,
yeah. You can look up
maybe,
here on
maybe
this screen.
not.
You lean over and look through the glass here onto the table, and you're like, wait a minute, no, he's just going to do this.
Yeah.
That's totally different. Not even close. So just to give you guys an update around the room, Kevin Baccio, Sam, that is at 3-2. Jim Prather and C.J. Farnham, that is looking like 3-1. And to be honest, I think it's in favor of C.J. Farnham. I see 6 beats on one side, and that's the side with the three beats there.
Yeah. It sounds like this song on our playlist got a little louder.
Yeah, I'd have to agree there. I'm going to adjust that real quick, Ray.
Yeah,
Give me a sec.
All right.
Excuse me, folks.
Yeah, we're going to turn down, for some reason, we got a playlist playing where there's different volumes on the songs they play, and this one got a little loud, so Mike's going to try to turn that one down for the players. Kind of rocking them out right here. Mike tried to fire that four ball and just kind of rattled it to the pocket. He's attacking the balls. That's what you have to do. And he is hitting the balls to the hole, so you just got to keep firing it like that. Eventually they start going, and we've seen it before with Mikey playing. I mean, when he hits that speed, he's tough to beat. He's looking to cut the 4, but he's worried about his cue ball. I don't know if he's going to try to draw and maybe catch the back of the 5 and nudge the 5 more to the pocket. I don't know if he can do that.
So Billy's going to be back cutting here.
Yeah, he's just worried about his cue ball and how it's going to run into that. I think it's going to be close to running into that 5 ball. Okay, he was able to go deeper into the 7, but still, anytime you start moving the furniture like that,
Absolutely. Who knows what the living room's going to look like?
But Billy's creative. I mean, he's been playing enough one pocket.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say here. I mean, this is the situation that Billy excels in versus dogs in. It really is. He's a little off, but he can see if he can see a ball, I mean,
yeah,
you better be sure he's going to do something good with it.
He's going to use the 8. He's going to just try to use little inside English, cut this ball really thin, and come behind the 8.
I don't think he got the whole ball there. However, it's definitely not a favorable shot. What do you see Mike doing here?
It's almost, with young enough eyes, you can almost do the same thing that Billy just did, but obviously, you got to shoot across the table now. You still want to catch the 5 ball thin, nudge it up on the rail like that.
With the fast rails, I'm not sure if I like that just because, I mean, you hit it a little bit thick and that 5 ball's powering right out into the middle, Mike chose to attack it. He was trying to roll behind the 8 ball there, but unsuccessful.
See, even if you missed going the way I suggested,
yeah,
at least you're still leaving the ball on the rail, and he's got to bank you. He's going to bank you out. So
That was literally a one-shot rack, and that was the shot.
Yep. Oh, all right.
And there goes Mike.
Now, perfect time. This is a perfect time to take a timeout.
Hey, you know what? That's the difference.
That's the difference right there.
You see Billy exploding with laughter as Mike takes the break.
Right.
Billy's like, hey, can I get a soda? Anybody got a soda?
Now, Billy shot that. He shot it to the pocket, you know.
He did?
Like Mikey's been doing.
That was the same ball, too, wasn't it? Was that the 5 ball? Yeah, it was. It was the 5 ball. Opposite corner, but same corner.
They're just drawing it up. So they're both close to hitting a speed. And the guy that clicks first, but going back to taking the time out, now when Mikey comes back to the table, this is what he's looking at, you know?
Yeah, I mean, he has a very favorable position at the table versus Billy, where he took his break, and he was coming to the table kicking at a very low percentage 7 ball there.
Mm-hmm.
But, again, I want to remind everyone, we are broadcasting live from Snookers in Providence, Rhode Island at the 8th Annual Budweiser Classic. $5,000 guaranteed for first prize. That is donated by Budweiser, the sponsor of this event. So thank you to them.
Yeah, so 5,000 times how many years we've been doing it?
Yeah,
8,
you do the math, guys. That's 40K.
That's what Budweiser...
We really appreciate that.
Yeah, they've invested in... pool here at Snookers. You know, they see the potential of what we can do here. You know, bringing you on board has spiced things up dramatically. You know, we haven't had the pool promotion ever at Snookers here because of you, Mike, and they shipped the cash.
I appreciate
they
that.
add a little bit of spice to things. You know, you're always coming up with different formats of what the players can do and the games. Tournament formats, challenge matches.
I mean, it all comes from being a player, and you know those conversations that everybody talks about or has heard. Oh, you know, pool should be like this, and you know, I hate this about the game, and you know, if it was just a little more like that, you know, I was just like, you know what, I'll put my cues aside and try to do my best to right the wrongs and kind of be a warrior for the game. Almost.
An ambassador. You're an ambassador for the game, yeah. So
and try to do those things, and eventually I'm hoping that it pays off because I'll tell you what, it feels like charity at times.
Well,
but you know what? I love to do it.
You're just starting right now, though. You know.
Yeah, I love to do it, though. I do love to do it. But I'm sure that things are going to kick up.
And the good thing about it is you always try to get input from the players.
You're
always asking questions, and you're always trying to push things towards what they want. You know, and they notice that. You know, there's not a lot of promoters that actually listen to the players and try to work things their way. I
mean, that's really a way I feel you can't fail. Yeah. It's like you know, if you just make up something and you throw it out there, I mean, who knows if it's going to go over well? You know what I mean? Who knows what's going to happen? So, you know, we like to, speak to everybody and get a positive on what we're trying to accomplish before we roll it out. So, Mike's back at the table. I mean, I don't see any issues here, Ray. I mean,
no, you just don't want to come too
bing,
high.
Bang, pow.
If you look at where the cue ball is now, that's a straight line to the pocket. So you definitely want to be closer to the rail. You don't want to go high on this.
He wants to be about even with the 6.
There you go.
Just like that.
Yep.
All right, here he's just going to play a little bit of right English here, a little high English.
I don't know if he actually has to use that much English. Just maybe a touch, but you don't want to come to. Okay, so I kind of thought he was going to go 2 rails.
Yeah, I didn't like that option there, just because the 8 was a factor. I thought he was going to go 2 rails towards the 7, like we were saying, rolling into the line.
Yeah, but
hey,
he's there.
He's Mike. He's lefty, and he does it that way. And guess what? It worked. So tell him otherwise. Go ahead.
I like the black and the red he's got going on, you know, in his little outfit there.
Hey, not for nothing, he matches the colors on the string there.
And it's funny because we did talk about dress code.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it was Joey's challenge match.
I think that might have been that. Yeah.
And I was mentioning how as long as you come with style, You know,
Yeah,
when you look presentable, obviously, if you look at his sneakers, he's wearing clean, brand new sneakers. You know, he's color
absolutely.
coordinated. You know, he's got his thing going on. You know, there's nothing wrong with that in the
No,
game of pool. You
I
know,
don't think so either. I think that one thing that has been part of the disconnect with the youth in this game is, the ability to express yourself, through, music and the way that you dress. And, you know, there's not really a lot of younger guys growing up that say, "Hey, I want to look like my grandfather," and
no,
they don't want to show up in a tuxedo. Like they watch videos and stuff of
right.
the older players, and they're like, "Hey, I don't want to dress in a tuxedo. I want to wear what I want to wear." I mean, as long as you got some style, you're looking clean. I don't see an issue with that. I think that's great, and I think that's also something that's going to bring us closer to one of our main goals, which is the younger generation getting back involved in this game, and I don't see what the problem is accomplishing that. So
Yeah.
I'm kicking that until I can't kick. But yeah, I agree.
So Mikey ended up making the 9 ball there. So all he does is spot it, and he continues to shoot.
Correct. Now the 9 ball does count in the top 4 pockets, 2 sides, and the top 2 corners where you break from. That would be a win. However, if it goes in the bottom 2, it spots immediately, and the same player continues to shoot. Um, Just real quick, I just wanted to mention a couple of the rules that some of the players may not be familiar with. It is rack your own alternate break. Um, to be a legal break, to constitute a legal break, you have to get 4 object balls to a rail. Cue ball doesn't count, and the balls pocketed do count towards the total. However, if the break is illegal, you nick the rack and 4 balls don't get to the rail, the opponent is going to re-rack and break, and they don't lose their next shot. They don't lose their next break. So they're going to break twice in a row. So it's really, urging the players to learn to rack the balls and break them well. And we don't see a lot of those soft, touchy safety breaks and things like that, because it's just going to give you a huge disadvantage if you're not able to make a legal break there. So, and also we don't allow short jump cues. So I know Mike is actually pretty good at jumping with his shooting cue. Ray, you got some experience watching that? You've seen Mike do that before,
I've
right?
seen him. Yeah, he gets over the ball really good.
That's pretty amazing. Do you know what kind of stick he uses? I know it's
I
just like the standard deal. It's not anything new age or, none of that super low deflection stuff. But
No, you know what? I don't
that
think
was a great
I
shot
may
right
have
there.
asked him one time or another, but I can't remember what it is.
I did learn that I'm not sure the maker, but I did learn that him and his brother Rich have 2 sticks that are 2 of a kind. There's only 2 of them. They were both custom made, and those are the only 2 in existence, and they both
Really?
have them. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So Rich Minichello Jr. and Mike Minichello both have the same cue, and there's only 2 of them.
Billy ended up kicking that 1 ball in. He didn't get rewarded that much, although he is still at the table.
And what do you see him doing here? I mean, this is kind of a tricky situation.
I don't
With the 3 ball
know.
tied up, there's not too much to worry about. I don't want to say it like that, but
You know, I really can't see. I really can't see much here, and obviously Billy's standing at the table. He's not seeing much either. Well,
and that's what happens.
that's what
Billy
happens.
zigzags it, and then he bing bang powed the cue ball right in.
Uh,
But again, with that 3 ball in that way, I don't want to say there's not too much to worry about, but I mean, he's not just going to get down and run out.
no, I think he's looking to try to sneak that 3 ball past the 7 and
Yeah,
play it safe.
I don't know if I agree with that, Ray. I mean, it looks like there's space to do that. I mean, obviously, if he can execute that, that's by far the shot. But I mean, just the smallest miscalculation there, and he's just going to sell the entire rack. That's that risk reward
Yeah, I
debate.
definitely see him playing a safety here. I mean, he could probably maybe thin the 3 ball and drive the cue ball down to the bottom corner and use that 9 ball.
You know, I'm not sure if this is a factor here, but the 6 ball is hanging. I mean, why not just play the 3 ball slow into the bank? You know, bank the 3 ball. You got a giant 6 ball hanging. You know, I mean, run out.
Possibility. I mean, I don't know if he can put the cue ball like next to the 7, next to the rail, and bank. Just stop the cue ball and bank the 3 ball out of there and down table. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, he'd have to really pound it to 3 rail that out of there. But this is going to be definitely the deciding shot if he can manage to pull something out here. Yeah, he's going to go with that option, Ray. He's going to bank the 3 ball around the table, try to stick him on the 7. I mean, with the fast rails, I see that being okay. I mean, he should be able to manage this.
Yep.
Just going to kind of pow it right there. All right. That was executed well. And he did not leave the 3 ball in a bad position, so Billy's got to come with something here or he's in trouble.
Yep.
Just noticed the princess arrived.
Ah.
Also in the black,
she
white,
is.
and red. She's wearing the Ship to Cash colors. Gotta love that. And also Mr. Rob Rogan from the Straight Shooters area.
Okay. You can see what Billy tried to do there. He just wanted to cause some more confusion. He knew he surrendered the hit.
He said, I'm not hitting this. So.
He says, I'm not hitting this. I'm going to try to make things a little bit tougher.
Well, that's right. Billy's on 2 here, so Mike's going to try to play another very powerful safety if possible. And if he's able to do that.
Well, if he can try to work that 3 ball behind the 5 somehow. I mean, I'm sorry, the cue ball behind the 5 somehow. That would be the way to do it. And I can see him.
I'm not really sure what he's doing here. Is he going to 2-rail it behind the 4-8 and put the cue ball behind the 5?
That's what he's going to do. It looks
that's a very nice shot. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I like that because you kind of got to do it in double trouble. We were talking about this where the level of safe has to be at that top level because the kicks and the banks, I mean.
Yeah, and it's best,
especially Billy coming to the table here.
It's best you get your cue ball in the traffic, like behind balls, instead of sticking your object ball behind the ball, because that still leaves your cue ball open for more angles.
Most definitely.
So if you can get your cue ball to be the ball that's trapped, you know, you reduce your angles where your player can kick out of it. He
executed that okay, but he might have left him a piece.
I think he left him a piece.
He left him a piece.
Just a
well, he told him he's on 2. He told him he's on 2.
Now, Billy is probably going to attempt actually to put the cue ball right back where it is now, behind the 5. Well, had he hit it, I thought he was going to go that way with it, just the way the cue ball was rolling there, back down table behind the 5. But I guess he didn't want the 3 to leak out as it did, and if it didn't get behind the 5, Mikey would have had a better shot at it. So I like Billy's strategy there. Well, Mikey had a lot working for him.
Excuse me 1 second. I'm getting the ice from Billy.
Well, Billy and Mikey went at the conference about something. I don't know. It was maybe about a timeout or something. And Mike's walking away like he's got to go get something for Billy. So I don't know what that conversation was about. All right, so I mean, Billy has the 3 ball. It's pocketable, but he's going to have to try to work something out with the 4. I guess Billy's he's going into bank attack mode maybe. I don't know. It doesn't seem like. He's looking at a safety. He looks over at the score, deciding what to do. He really wants to bank this ball. I know he does. He's been playing a lot of 1 pocket. He's itching to bank it, but it looks like he might send the cue ball up table and bring the 4 back under the 9 Player safety. No, not the way he's cueing it. We're going for the banker. Yep. Oh, right in the kisser, as Mikey would say. This is usually an easier shot for Billy. The one bank combination. Just snuffed by there. I think he can just get to it. Usually when a ball's in the pocket like that, you like your cue ball closer to a rail, either the top rail or the side rail, so you can come out with a better angle. Being in the middle of the table like Billy was, makes it tougher to come out in the line you want. As you can see, he still has a little work to do. He was fine with it, but anytime a ball's in the pocket like that, you like your cue ball either on the side rail or the back rail. Create your next angle a little bit easier. Okay, Billy goes up 5-4, we're racing to 10 here. I don't know where Mikey went. He went on a treasure hunt for Billy. I don't know what the story was. Oh, you're back.
The ghost has returned.
He's back. Billy sent you on a mission.
No, Billy didn't send me on a mission. He was just mentioning that he wasn't feeling too well and he had to use the bathroom again soon, and he didn't want to have any disagreements. And I said, as long as your opponent's in agreement, then I don't see that as a problem. So.
Oh, okay.
And especially, I mean, we're on the second day. When you get the giant field of players, you got to really dictate the time and how many breaks people could take and things like that. I mean, we're not going to have problems with most of the people, but, in some cases, people choose to take advantage of those things, and you have to dictate those rules and guidelines
right.
to maintain a good rhythm. But I got to say, Ray, we killed it yesterday. We killed it. We got a 64 field down to 12 players in a 10-8-6 format in, let's see, I mean, we were done by 10 o'clock all day. Yeah, 10 o'clock or so, and that's a pretty.
And we lost 7 of our tables at like 5:30.
And I got to say, I mean, I don't know how to say these things without sounding biased, but a lot of people were happy with the way things went yesterday. They were very happy. They were like, hey, that was a really smooth day. Thank you so much. I enjoyed myself. Thank you so much. They were just very happy with the smooth running of everything. And it was just, I'm happy when that happens.
And because we do the qualifiers and we have our whole field of players, 2 weeks before the final event, we know who's playing.
Mm-hmm.
We were able to do the draw the Wednesday night before. We schedule our matches out, let everybody know about it.
Yeah,
and I have to apologize to a few players that didn't get word that we had a 10 a.m. start. That was Rich Farrell and North Pinson's, I believe. Right?
Yeah.
They were two that were unaware of the start time, and they ended up missing their first match. I think you went and talked to their opponents.
Yeah,
and
we handled it as best as possible, and I don't think anyone was too upset at the end of it. But we're working on everything that caused that disconnect and that miscommunication, whatever you want to call it, and we're working to make sure that never happens again. That's just that makes me sick. I'm not even staked in it, but it makes me sick. For that type of thing to happen, especially to a player, because I know what that's like.
Right.
So
and you're right. We kind of dropped the ball on that one. We should have got notification out somehow to all the players, make sure everybody that had those 10 a.m. matches, knew about it.
Yeah. But I've been talking with management over here at Snookers, and we're going to make sure that everything is kind of aligned going forward. We're going to work to get the social media posts aligned with the Snookers website.
Yes, that's a big thing.
And getting those things to interact with each other. So, and also having some of that information available on hand in the building. Just making sure that we're 100% aligned with each other, and there's no miscommunications.
Yeah, Billy tried to get his cue ball to cross to the other side of that 9 ball, and obviously he came up a little short. So now he's got the reacher. Let's see how he does with the reacher.
And Billy executes.
He does. He slides it in.
Yes, he does. And again, we are at the 8th Annual Budweiser Classic from Snookers in Providence, Rhode Island. One of the most beautiful pool rooms and bars that you could go to. Unbelievable place. I love being here, Ray. I'm sure you're exhausted from looking at these walls at times, but you can't help but say, hey, this is a great place to be.
It is. You know, I've been involved with pool pretty much my whole life, and you know, being my job of coming here every day, you know, it is a job. I have to deal with the other guests and that come in, that the non-pool player, people here for sporting events, or people here for fantasy draft parties like we have going on now, and, you know, and I'm dealing with that. But there's always pool in the background for me, you know, and so I've always loved coming to Snookers. You know, the old Snookers was really nice because Steve didn't mind at the time. We used to hang out a little bit after hours, and we could play pool, you know. But in our new establishment here,
yeah, that's not really
we got to play by the book.
Yeah, that's not advisable over here, but who knows? Maybe in the future we can have the Pool Disney World of my dreams set up in this area. You know, the building across the street has been obtained. I'm looking to get that skywalk and the pool and the rooftop club and all that other jazz, the hotel rooms, you name it. I want to see it. So if that's anywhere in the future of Snookers, I'm all in, Ray.
Steve hasn't said anything about turning that into that type of place.
I mean, Ray, we need Pool Disney World. Come on.
I know, we
Come
do.
on.
And
I mean, it's the destination for pool players. You come down and where? Hey, I just won the World Cup. I just won the U.S. Open. Where are you going? I'm going to Snookers.
Well, I tell you what, Steve invested in that building across the street, not for the building itself, but for the parking spaces over there. And last night was great because we had an extra, I'm going to say, close to 70 cars parked across the street. We had security out there.
I can agree with that number. Yeah, 70
to,
cars, multiple people per car.
Right. So, and once he has that lot done, you know, Steve likes to make things look pretty.
Yeah.
That property across the street is really going to look nice when he's done with that.
That's his architectural background, I believe, right?
Yeah, and he's going to make it look really nice. So it's going to help us out here because we need the additional parking. Parking's always been an issue.
There's a ton more space over there. So if you've come in the past and you've had some issues trying to find a spot to park, that is no longer an issue.
Well, I wouldn't say yet. We're still a couple weeks away. Let that place get all paved. We're not ready. Hasn't been paved yet. So in the coming weeks, though, we will be up and running.
Yeah, I mean there's a ton of space over there, and I'm excited to have the people utilizing that. So back to action. Billy is back at the table. And again, Ray. Hey, Ray, he's giving you the eyes. He's giving you the eyes. He's loving this.
Little driver's seat play.
Yeah, we got Sniffing the Tears driver's seat. If any of the members of that band are listening, we would like to do a deal. This is played at every Ship to Cash event, ever. And I don't see that stopping anytime soon.
It's become a pool player favorite, because we started playing it at my house, the house I had with the pool table in it, which I don't have anymore. But
hey, Ray,
don't
tell me about that, please. I don't want to hear about that.
What'd you call it? Castle Mac.
Yeah, Castle Mac. Yeah. He used to sit there, the king with his scepter.
And
sit on the throne.
What was you saying?
The king dropped his scepter.
Yeah, occasionally the king drops his scepter.
Yeah, occasionally.
Over at Castle Mac.
Yeah. Yeah, Castle Mac was a fantastic destination. We actually we had a social media post where I forget who we were with there. I think Billy was involved there, but we had a group of guys over there, and we were playing over at Castle Mac, and somebody tagged the place as Castle Mac. And next thing you know, I'm getting messages, hey, where's that pool hall? I never knew there was a pool hall in Coventry somewhere. I'm like, sorry, guys, it's a private room. One table, only room for one.
Well, it was a nice viewing area I had.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, it was an elevated deck, and all the spectators were there up in the deck area, and it was just the two players in the arena, the lower area, you know, and yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was fantastic. I just want to mention, you see the kick shot that Mike just delivered there? That was stick that in your musket, Billy.
Yeah, exactly.
Billy said it to himself as it rolled behind that 8-ball there. I mean, that's a pretty nice answer to Billy's safe there.
Well, I think we're going with a little spin shot here.
And we got to watch that 8-ball now. Remember, folks, it is all ball foul in the act of shooting. So if any of those balls are moved in the act of this shot, that is going to be a foul. That's going to be ball in hand to Mike Minichello. So Billy's really going to maintain his stroke and make sure that he's got a very clean hit.
As he set up to that, it didn't look like he had to masse that much. Looks like it's just a.
No, he's just tying it up.
Tying balls. That's what we're doing. Okay.
And I got to say, I don't see a lot of players do that type of shot very often, but that is such a useful tool in this game. I mean, it's so useful.
The only problem with what he just did there is the ball. He's got ball in hand on the 1, and he put the 3 to where the 6 was. Where now he's got ball in hand on the 1, and he can actually get that ball out of trouble if he wished to, and still get shape on this next ball. You know, it would be a little bit of tricky. You gotta, move the furniture a little bit. But
I see Mike rolling the 1 ball up table and trying to nuzzle the cue ball behind the 3 ball there.
Yeah. Oh no. You can definitely still play a safety here, but the trouble Billy caused, Mikey, if he really wanted to, could get out of it. But yeah, that's what he's gonna try to lock onto the 3 ball.
Oh, I mean, is it me or was that not the highest percentage way of going about that shot? I was picturing him rolling that more than stroking that type of shot.
You're talking about shooting the 1 ball straight to the back rail.
Towards the top rail,
right.
and nuzzling the cue ball behind the 3 ball,
yeah.
Totally jamming him in there.
That's right.
And then Billy answers with that. I mean,
and that's because of that little space. He didn't get quite on the 3 ball, which gave Billy that extra angle he needed. But yeah, talking the way you just said it, where you roll that 1 ball to the back rail and the cue ball will just
cue ball to the rail and then stick right on that 3 ball. Now Billy's options are very, very limited. It wouldn't even matter if the 1 ball was right next to the ball.
Right.
You know, his options would have been a little bit more limited. So
I think Billy's going to be using that 6 ball here.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you there.
Uh-oh.
He used it. He definitely used it.
He used it.
He couldn't get Whitey out of the way.
Right. Yeah, he was attempting to get his cue ball behind that 6 and banking that 2 ball back down table.
Folks, I just want to give you a quick update. I'm looking at the winner's side matches. We have Matt Resendez and Jared Demalia. And Matt Resendez just concedes the final 9 ball. He missed the 9 ball, left it in the pocket for Jared. And Jared walks away with that one with a score of 8-1. So that was somewhat of a one-sided match there. But, you know, hey, folks, that's pool. So Jared Demalia is going to be one of our 2 members in the hot seat. And the other winner side match, we have Lucas Werner and Run Zoo, 2 of the young guns in the tournament. And that right now is 5 games to Run and 6 games to Lucas. And Lucas needs 2 games here, and Run needs 1. So it's a 2-to-1 race here. Lucas is at the table here, but very, very close match there. Can't wait to see what our hot seat's going to be like, and that's going to be our next matchup on the stream, I believe. Ray, is that what we're doing here?
Yeah, we're going to go with the hot seat match.
So Jared is going to be involved in that match. Can't wait to see who he's going to be playing against.
Once again, Billy shot that to the pocket, but
I think that was just
rattle.
yeah, I think that was more of a mechanical error, just his stance and everything. He wasn't really stable there, and when he shot that, you know, his follow through wasn't really pure. Looked like he was just a little unstable when he shot it. Mike Minichello getting another opportunity here.
Yeah, he wanted
He's trailing
to
by
come
2 games.
a little lower on that ball because now he's going to have to run into some balls unless he can use inside English and come straight out. I don't know if he has that line.
So, real quick, I want to know who's in the chat room. I got the chat up over here. We're not going to be typing back, but we can answer you verbally. So let us know where you are, who you are, what you're thinking of the match, any predictions for the tournament. Let us know what's going on. We love to hear from you guys. Love the interaction.
Yeah, we do have a Facebook page too, Budweiser Classic. You can search that. We do all the updates there. That's right now our main.
Wow, that was a fantastic shot right there.
It was. Look at that.
Wow, wowzers.
Well, yeah, the Facebook page, you get all the updates. And like Mike was saying earlier, we have to try to coordinate with the Snookers site too, snookersri.com, to get the information mirrored onto that. So that way there'll be 2 sources of information.
Yeah, we want everybody to just be on the same page, no matter where you're getting your information. We want it all to be the same in every fashion possible.
And each year, these qualifiers start mid-June. So we start posting updates in May. So next year, take a look, start looking around May. We'll have updates about next year's event. And seeing the turnout and the money payouts for this year.
I can't even imagine what it's going to be like next year.
I know. We're starting to get the word out a little bit more.
Yeah, I'd like to see that $2,500 to $3,000 mark for a second prize. I think that would be fantastic. But regardless of the turnouts, that $5,000 is going to be there, folks.
Right.
That $5,000 is up for grabs every single year. If you think you got any type of pool game, bring it on. All right, Run Zoo over Lucas Werner. 6 games to 6. 6 games to 6. Okay.
Wow, Run is running, huh?
Run. Yeah. He's on a good run. He's running good.
He's put down some heavyweights.
Yeah,
really
I want to really mention that real quick. Run, in my opinion, had one of the toughest draws in this tournament. First round, Rich Minichello Jr. Second round, Kerry McAuliffe. Third round, Billy the Kid. Fourth round, Al McGuane. And then to get into the hot seat just now, the young gun Lucas Werner, who is a very tough opponent. And, oh, man. I mean, these players are just doing great.
And I know Lucas is actually suffering a little bit this week because he has braces. He just got braces.
Oh, man.
And he's been, from what I heard, he's been drinking shakes and eating bananas.
Maybe we can get a sponsor to give him that Invisalign. I think we can get him that. You know, we can just put the little tray in there, you know.
Yeah, but yeah, it's
get him that new technology, poor kid.
When you get that little bit bothering you, and you know, it's tough to keep your focus. So, but he's young. He's gonna improve. He's gonna be in the winner's circle, and he's not out of the tournament either.
No.
Don't count him out.
That do not count Lucas out.
Yeah, that might
have
just sparked him to say, you know what, let's get this job done. So
absolutely,
I'm sure we're gonna see more of Lucas.
Absolutely. So we now know our hot seat match is going to be Jared Demalia versus Run Zoo, and what a match that's going to be. That is going to be pretty nice. Ray, in the chat here, we got Tommy Seminaro Jr., I believe. He says, love watching these guys play. I would love to see you play in this room. I've heard so much about your game, and, you know, I'd like to see some of it.
Tommy's one of the originals. I got to count him in as one of the originals. When I started traveling around playing pool, there was I think it was 9-ball billiards in Stanford I used to go to. There was the Brewing Q in Brantford. And I'm pretty sure the Brewing Q is still there. I haven't had. Oh, matter of fact, it is. I'm pretty sure they do the Larry Lascotti Memorial each year, at which I'm very upset that I haven't had a chance to get down there. Seems like there's always something going on, but. Yeah, Tommy's a great guy. He does a lot of Facebook posts. I'm always reading the things he puts up there. But Tommy, it's been a pleasure. Hopefully we'll see you soon. You got to come by.
Good for Run. He puts the time in for sure. Absolutely, he does. Absolutely, he does. And you know, I don't hear too much of this, but at times you hear some negativity about a player. Oh, you know, he's underranked. He's this. He's that. Bottom line, folks, it doesn't matter what you're ranked. As long as you're progressing, you're always going to be better than what you're ranked, and that's the name of the game. I mean, you just got to continue to work and progress at a rate faster than the game can catch up to you, and you know, that's the name of it.
Well, I tell you what, that was I've never heard it put that way, but yeah, when you're involved in the game and you're always doing the work to try to improve, you should always be ahead of what you're ranked.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, when you're playing in a league or a tournament, whatever, it doesn't matter what they put you at. You say, hey, what do you want to put me at? Oh, I'll put you as a 5. I'll put you as a C. I'll put you as a B. Whatever it is, do the work to be better than what they got you ranked at. And then so what? You win the tournament, so what? They move you up. You just got to keep progressing and progress at a rate faster than the game allows it to catch up with you. Right. So,
and that's why what you're doing here with the ship to cash, we try to keep all what you do, all the events you run, it's even races.
Yeah.
To try to keep that that grind. You got to get better because you're playing even against everybody, and that gets you working. That gets you hungry.
Absolutely.
Mikey came really short on that one.
Right. He looks a little disappointed there, but I'm sure he's going to come up with something.
Yeah, he's gonna. I don't know. He's shooting the 4, and he's just gonna tickle that 5 over. He was gonna leave himself pretty tough if he did make it. But in return, he left Billy kind of tough.
Yeah.
This is like a trap shot.
So Billy's looking to bear down. That ball is very close to the rail there. This is going to be a touchy one. He was looking to stick onto that 7 ball and get the eclipse there, but not successful there. Not successful.
Now I can see the way this is playing out. It's probably going to be neck and neck all the way to the end, so fasten your seatbelts.
That was very well executed, I got to say.
Yeah, looks like we're going to be fading that cue ball to the other side of the table.
I mean, this can get kind of touchy here.
Yeah.
Got to be careful how you hit this.
I think it's a draw stroke and come across. You're going to be playing the 5 and the 6 in the same pocket.
Mike being Mike, I'd agree with you there.
Yeah.
And there it is. A little bit high there. I think he's going to be playing outside, try to throw it in, maintain his position on the bottom side of the table here.
Yeah, because he can still let his cue ball go a little bit high on this. As long as you use a little outside English, he should be fine. He let that really go. He didn't. Wow, I'm really surprised that he hit it late.
I don't think he wanted to hit it that hard, but
no. But that was, I mean, he went at it the right way. Yeah, he went at it the right way. He just overhit a little bit, which caused him to do that. But his misses have been leaving Billy very, very tough.
Yeah, he's going to come out smelling like a rose drenched in Febreze, blowing on a nice spring day.
All right. Well, obviously Billy's going to try to get behind that ball, kick it up table, and also, attempt to maybe kick it in the side. And if it doesn't go on the side, you're sending it up table. See, he tried to take a look at it. He saw his cue stick over at that side pocket, trying to look at the line where he has to be to get behind that ball. Although, if he does hit it there, the cue ball is probably going to be the back rail.
And he managed to make a nice hit there.
Yeah.
And he also
and
married.
Touching that eight, yeah, touching that eight.
I don't want to say that they're married, but they're having a relationship.
It cut off a lot of angles. That's what it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're definitely getting closer to each other. And you can see him attacking this ball. He's going in left corner.
Well, it's how he feels, and obviously he thought he could make the ball.
I think in that situation, I might have thinned the 7 ball there to the top rail. One rail it to the top, try to put the cue ball under the 9 or something like that. 2-3 rails underneath the 9 ball.
He had some other options. I think he should have taken an extra second to think about what he was doing to decide.
He overran a bit. He's a little close to the rail.
Yeah, he did.
I don't think that was doom, but BWD. Hey, Mike and Ray, great job in the booth. Thanks for the kind words earlier. Brad D.
Hey, Brad.
Brad, my man. Hey, you did a great job in the event, bro.
Billy came with a good shot. Billy came with a really good shot.
Sure did.
And once again, he's stretching on the 9 ball.
Oof.
He puts it in.
Makes me nervous when he shoots them like that. He really does. Really does.
Where are you?
Really
7-5. 7-5, Mikey's break. All right, now I'm going to try to pay attention to where he breaks from here, because traditionally he puts the cue ball about 8 to 10 inches to the left of the head spot, and that's where he's breaking from. But I thought I caught him earlier trying to switch to the rail. So let's see which way he attacks
what that rack
this.
looks like.
See, he at least switched to the other side.
Swapping sides.
He went to the other side, but that's good. Making a change. There you go.
Wing ball flies in.
Right. Okay.
And
That's
that
how
is
it's done.
pretty much an
See?
ideal break. I mean, you can't really ask for much more than that.
Right. But he made a change. Finally. I told him about that from that last match he played with. I think it was Joey. Him and Joey played, and he didn't change his break at all. And I said, if it's not going for you, you got to do something. You got to try to make something work for you somehow.
Yeah, I mean,
come up with something.
When he played his match against Clayton Rocha, I got to say he broke pretty much perfect. I mean, he almost broke great every time. I don't think he broke dry more than once or twice in that whole race to 15. I mean, he was just he was breaking great.
And a lot has to do with how you're racking. You got to put the balls up the right way.
Yeah, the consistent rack for sure. But again, I think it really is when he takes a little bit off of the break on this table here, just a little bit less of a hit, and he's coming up a little bit better off.
You know what's funny about him? It seems like he plays better when he's behind. You notice? Like, I don't know what it is.
Maybe he's better with the pressure on there. I mean.
He enjoys it, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm
sure he does.
He wants that feeling. He wants to be, grinding out every ball.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I shouldn't say grind it out because he doesn't grind it out.
He doesn't. He
lets it fly.
Yeah, he shoots a freaking laser beam through the through the table. We got Adam Blair, Butters Blair over here. Says, love hearing the Silver Fox in the booth telling stories. Snookers has the strongest C players in the world. I myself, Adam Blair, being one of them. Run, pockets balls like Earl Strickland. Ghoul, run, be the first C player to win the 5K. Yeah, I couldn't agree with that anymore. 100% agree with you there, Adam.
Well, I tell you, there were a lot of guys saying that there's no way a C player will ever win this tournament.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about this?
So,
of the final 4, we had
boys.
2 C players, and one of them's in the hot seat. So
yeah.
let's see it. Let's see it. All right. We got a 7-6 game here.
Mikey hitting glide speed.
He's gliding. He's coasting. Excuse me 1 second, Ray.
Oh, he's leaving me again. He's leaving me again. Okay, here we go. 7-6. Billy's breaking. Billy, the last couple times he broke, he was breaking from the rail. And he came inside now. Kind of where Mikey just broke from. I don't know if he took a page out of Mikey's book. Make this corner ball. Let's see how high that 3 ball hits in the side rail here. Yeah, that was way high. So he did make a ball though. Okay, sometimes you really got to pay attention to a push out, and you don't always have to push out to leave a guy a hit on the ball. Sometimes you can push out to at least get yourself a better kick shot. Although Billy, I think right here is going to allow Mikey to see it. But you got to keep that in mind sometimes. You don't always have to, like if it's an easy kick to the ball, and you know if you can roll the cue ball just a little bit just to make the kick a little bit easier for yourself, the opponent generally is going to give it back to you. So you don't always have to push out to leave the shot. So I'm guessing a defensive shot here, bringing the cue ball back down table. Really can't tell if how much of that ball he can see. It's not really a good angle on it. That's probably a little better for us. Actually, it looks like he could pocket that ball. Yep, he went at it. Oh boy. Okay. Well, he wasn't holding back, that's for sure. You know, attack the ball. Thing is, if you decide to go that way, you know what? You got to go all in. You can't have any doubt. Just fire away. You know, I mean, if you miss and you scratch, at least you gave it your all. He has a little bit of trouble here. He's got to get kind of nice on that 3 ball because he's got the 3 and the 4 both sitting on the bottom rail. So you got to have a nice straight angle on that 3. Billy's taking a look at that angle right now. See where he wants to be. Gonna watch out for his shirt. Make sure his shirt doesn't touch that 4 ball. Hit that pretty good. I think he's got himself low enough on there. And you don't want to leave yourself straight on this 4. So I'm expecting Billy just to bounce off that bottom rail a little bit. Yeah. Billy almost missed that ball. As you can see, he kind of lost position. He wanted to be a little bit straighter on that 4 because that 5 was supposed to go in the side pocket. But now he's got to do a little trick. I'm almost seeing like the 4 and the 5 in the same pocket. Billy's playing a lot of 1 pocket. Oh no, he's using the 9. Okay, you got away with it. That was a good move. I like that. Yeah, there should be a 3 rail around on this. I don't think he's going to try to pull that ball straight out. By pulling it straight out, you're bringing the 9 into play, you're bringing the side pocket into play. You got to play this one 3 rails around. Get that good, give himself enough angle for the draw. Once again, Billy stretching on the 9-ball. This is like the third time he's put himself in this situation. You know, you got to pay attention a little bit more on the on that last ball. I mean, he made it, but sometimes funny things happen when you put yourself in that situation. You know, you want to try to minimize mistakes. Every little bit helps you. Okay, we're going to 10 here. Both players racing to 10. Billy's got 8 games. Mikey's got 6. Mikey's break. Try to see which way he's coming at this. That's where he changed from. He hit the balls good from there. It all depends on how he racks them. So not only changing where you break from, but trying to read the rack a little bit more. I'm not seeing either player really inspecting the rack after they put it up, so they just kind of put it up and choosing a side to break from. But learning how to read the rack, the spaces in the rack, to help you make a ball, you know, improve your chances to make a ball. It's not a guaranteed thing, but you're improving your chances.
Boom, the ghost is returned.
Hey, Mikey.
Just had to deal with something real quick.
Oh boy, I see a cue ball nuzzling behind an 8 here.
You see the cue ball behind the 8 here? He's going to try to roll back there.
Yeah, he's just going to like thin it and probably slide up. You know, try to use those other balls. Oh.
You know what Billy
Hello.
said? Hey, how about I just run out, Ray?
Yeah, I didn't know that was open to the pocket like that. That was I mean, he hit it good. Hit it straight.
Now, do you see Billy playing any type of one pocket shot here?
Well,
maybe trying to go underneath that pack there with the 2-ball or something. Maybe thinning the 2-ball and trying to send the cue ball behind the 3-7 there. I mean, it's a touchy shot. But
I would, like I said, I like to try to put my cue ball behind balls rather than my object ball behind balls. When you stick your cue ball behind balls, you're reducing the angles. You know, if your cue ball is out in open space, there's a lot more you can do with it. So I'm looking for Billy to try to get his cue ball behind some of those balls.
Yeah, he was trying to get that ball behind the 3-ball there. Very, very tough shot. But this is not cut and dry.
No, and I mean, once again, I mean, you have to be at the table, but if you glance the right side of that too and let your cue ball come around.
Mike's going to execute that one pretty well.
That's good too. All right, yeah, that's perfect. That was probably even easier than the way I said. So, good job, Mikey.
Well, that's a close call here. Not sure if he's going to ask anyone to watch it, but I am prepared if that is the case. He's going to be going 2 rails, side rail, right about the 3rd diamond there, Ray. Is that about right? 2nd, 3rd diamond?
Yeah, you're close. And he did. He caught it.
He did catch it. That was a good hit.
Look at this.
Look at that.
Look at this.
And the 3-9er is chilling. Now, do you see Mike going for the hit here, or do you think he's going to attempt to tie something up here? I mean, this is a tough call to make here, and you got to go all in on the hit, or
the balls already in the positions they're sitting are already pretty much tied up. So you already have trouble
with that 3-9 ball. 3-9 there.
As long as you don't give ball in hand, you had to go for the hit. You had to definitely go for the hit there.
Billy's going to have 2 shots in front of him. The 2-ball in the corner, and then most likely we're going to see him attack the 3-9.
KB here. Kevin Brulé's in the house.
Kevin Brulé in the house. How's everything going, Kevin? Good to see you in the room. We love having Kevin here.
Uh-oh.
Wow, that's going to be a foul ball in hand. Wow.
Yeah.
I can't even believe what I just saw. That was incredible.
Well, you know what? It was a foul, but it may not.
That's just foul. Just foul ball in hand.
No, he's taking ball in hand. The ball stay in position.
Ball in hand, they stay where they are.
Mikey wants ball in hand and the ball's put back, which
Just freeze the 3 on the 9, wire it to the corner, and then take ball in hand. No problem.
the ball stay with the that's the foul.
Unfortunately, that's that, but
Yeah. And it was fortunate that that was the ball he happened to hit was the 3.
yeah, I mean, I guess that's fortunate.
Obviously, Billy didn't try to do that.
Yeah, no, that's not his style.
It was an accident.
Yeah.
Know.
Now we don't we don't expect any foul play. We didn't expect to see anything like that. Quick update: Table 6, we got Rantamba and Al McGuane. It is 5-5 in a race to 8. So that is neck and neck. C.J. Farnham is at 4, going to 6, versus Jim Prather going to 8, and he has 6 games. So that is a race to 2.
Mikey was moving the furniture in that shot again, just tickling that 9 ball, caused some trouble for him. But he came out nice. He broke those balls fine. It looks like he's going to be leaving himself a combination on the 6. I'm surprised he doesn't take a walk down to take a look at that angle.
Yeah, he can see it from there.
Yeah, I know. And that's what usually happens. Then you get on the shot and you say, wow, I wish I was over here a little bit more. Oh, okay. He had to go into the 6.
And he's going to have to back cut this if he's trying to combinate this. I don't really like this one, Ray. I don't like that he's going to be dragging the 6 ball up the table. I mean, he's really got to hit this real thin and hold on to the cue ball, avoid the cross-corner scratch. And
I know.
Avoid hanging it. I mean, that's
the thing.
lot that
You got to
wrong
avoid
here.
hanging it. That was the key phrase right there. And there you go.
And he did both of the things that we were afraid of.
Because you weren't hitting that 9 ball so full, it didn't have a lot of speed, so all it could do was either fall or hang.
And that's it.
That was the situation he put himself in.
And that's going to put Billy on the hill.
Yeah, that was
9-6. Billy the Kid, Lanna. And quick update also on our neighboring table, Table 2. Samoth Sam and Kevin Baccio, that is tied right now at 7-7. Kevin needs 1, Samoth needs 3, and Samoth is shooting the 9 ball right now as we speak, looking to make it 8 games in a 2-1 race to advance in the tournament, and he pockets it. So it's going to be a 2-1 race. And we got that secondary camera there positioned on Table 2 just to give you guys something to watch in the interim.
Okay, here we go. Billy breaking it about 6 inches to the right of the head spot there. He goes a little bit of a cut break. It looks like cue ball.
Oh, it is not in the drink. This is a dry campus, Ray.
No, he made a ball.
1 second, I got to watch a hit, Ray. Excuse me, folks.
Uh-oh, you get called away.
Going to table 6.
Going to table 6. Al McGuane's down there. He's got a close shot. I don't know if he's looking to play a carom to a 9 or something, but I'm pretty sure Al has ball in hand and he was called to watch a hit, which is kind of strange, but that's what we got going on over there. I don't know what Billy's plan is here. I don't know if he's looking to play the combination on that 7. He's looking to come maybe close to that 5 ball, shooting the 3 ball in the bottom right-hand corner. No, decided to play the combination. When he shoots his shot, let's maybe fade his cue ball up maybe 2 or 3 inches, and the 3 ball be heading towards the bottom right-hand corner pocket.
All right, did I miss anything, Ray?
No, not yet.
The verdict over there was foul. He did not get a rail. The guy had ball in hand, and he was trying to. It was real close. It was a 4 and a 9 ball tied close, and I saw a carom shot there. He just grazed the 4 and make the 9. But he wasn't even attempting that. He actually just tried to. Punt the 4 ball and stick him on the 9. He didn't get a rail. He only shot the 4 ball maybe 3-4 inches, and that was a foul.
Well, Well,
Unfortunate
nerves.
for that.
You know, sometimes you're in a tough match. The nerves get to you.
Yeah,
You
it
just,
happens.
you just hold back a little on your stroke. But Mikey's putting 9 balls in front of pockets for Billy, and
And Billy needed to catch a little bit more of the rail there to pocket that, but
yeah, that wasn't an easy shot. That wasn't
no, that
an
wasn't.
easy shot.
That wasn't cut and dry. That wasn't easy.
I don't know. I don't know what Mikey's going to do if he's going to just try to roll the cue ball behind the 7.
Excuse me, Ray. There's something going on with this. Hold on.
I think Mike DeMarco is going to go change our music level again. For some reason, it keeps getting boosted up. Depending on what song plays, it gets louder and louder. So Mike had to go take care of that. Billy may just try to nudge the 7, make it a tougher shot. Yeah, I kind of like that. You know, there wasn't much Billy could do. But just make the situation tougher. Hopefully, when you get back to the table, it wasn't as dire as the previous. Wow, look at this. Look at this. Did he get behind that? I think you can just see the edge. I mean, the 3 doesn't go. I don't think the 3 goes in there. I don't know if Billy can play it off the rail, off the 9. That might be an option for him. I really can't tell. You'd have to be at the table to take a peek at that. He's hitting it easy. He's playing a safety here. Okay, just stick it behind. That was a good move. I don't see. Mike could actually maybe play this ball. He could go one rail. Oh. Again, I don't think that 3 ball is playable. Billy doesn't have much here. It's
Okay, now that.
what do you
Sorry
got
about that.
going on? It's the music, right? The music levels keep getting higher?
There was something going on there. We handled it.
Oh, okay.
Some kind of inconsistency with this this new player system we got, but we're going to handle that. So at the close of this match, we're going to swap back to our original setup.
Yeah, I think the levels stayed a little bit more even what we had before.
Yeah, that's all right. No big deal. I also had to go handle another watched hit on table 2 with Kevin Baccio and Sam, and that was a good hit. It was a good hit. Kevin Baccio is at the table right now. The 7-8-9 on the table. Not an easy out, but 7-8-9, and he's looking to win the match from here. And he's looking pretty good.
I can tell you, Billy just played an awesome shot. And Mikey tried to play a carom, pocket that 7 ball. Billy being on the hill, this could be
Curtains for Mr. Minichello.
Billy's going to do a little bit of up and down the table here.
Oh, he hit that a little hard. I don't know if he's going to like where he ends. This is still makeable, but not ideal.
Kevin Baccio shooting the case 9.
And he pockets it. Kevin Baccio over Sam. Sam has been eliminated. Kevin Baccio advances, and he will play the winner of Rantamba and Al McGuane. He is the first player eliminated from the tournament today.
Billy's playing a safety here. Billy's looking at playing a safety, I think.
Now, these are shots that not everybody can see, so if he's playing safe, I don't.
Yeah, I think
he.
I don't know if he can get his cue ball behind that 6. Let me see how he's doing this. Oh, maybe. Oh, he was caught. Okay.
He was. Oh, it looked that way because he was. He was using so much outside English there. It just looked he was aiming a little differently, but nonetheless, Mike's going to get another shot at the table here.
Yeah, once again, this is it's still an up and down table. You know, not that it's that difficult, but
Well, that was very well controlled considering. He just loaded that thing up with a whole bunch of magic and just pushed the button and let it rip. The way Mike Minichello hits the ball, it's almost like those those cars when you're kids, you pull the string and then you put it on the ground and it just
It
flies.
flies, yeah.
That's what he does. He lets the thing build up and then he's just like, pow, there it is. There's the shot.
Don't get straight in on this 7. That's the only bad thing that can happen for him right here, to get dead straight on the 7.
And he's got a little bit of an angle here. Okay, a little bit inside. No, he chose to go straight across.
And even
he's close to his work.
And as you can see, he did have an angle, but he still could have got easier on that 9. That was critical not to get straight on that
Mike,
7.
Mike still has life. 7-9 in favor of Billy the Kid Lanna.
Yeah, Billy had an open out there. Now that was a game that Billy should have closed. You know, being on the hill, you got to get the job done, and he didn't. You know, let your opponent back in. Plus, he's got the break. He might be looking at 9-8, and there's nothing Billy can do if Mikey just makes the ball and gets out. You know.
Yeah, I mean, the alternate break format is definitely an equalizer as far as momentum goes. You know, the player can still feel as though they're in favor. You know how they're feeling in their shooting, but as far as putting packages together, we're not going to see too much of that in this tournament just because it's alternate break. And there's a lot of reasons that we do that, but for the most part, we're just going to say that that's to help out as far as equalizing everything.
All right, well, I'm expecting to see a safety here.
And he's looking to get behind that too. If he can nuzzle that 4, I don't think he's got the full eclipse there.
Well, he did make. If he did get behind it, I hate that autofocus camera.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take care of that. Mike Utley in the building. How we doing, Mike? How's everything? He competed in this event. He's saying that Run is the winner. He's saying, hey, Run wins. Run wins. How can he lose?
Well, he's playing good.
He is.
You know,
he's playing well.
You know what about him? He comes to Snookers and he's into that training camp thing.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'll go to Shorty. He'll go to Nelson. He'll go to Billy. He asks questions. He puts time in. You know, and that's what you have to do. Looks like we're jumping. Oh, you had mentioned earlier how good Mikey was jumping with his
that was a little tough there.
Yeah,
that was a tough order there. Excuse me 1 second. I just want to talk to Sam out here. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So once again, Billy is looking at a table that he should get out on. Just got to get around a couple obstacles, a little combo, make sure you get an angle. And once you play this combo, you need a good angle on that 4 ball to get back for the 6. So those are things that Billy's going to be looking at right now. Be able to shoot the 4 in and keep an angle to get on the 6. Yeah, that's what sometimes making combos the tough part. I mean, it's not making the ball. It's
the other ball.
It's negotiating, the movement of that extra ball and controlling both.
And he managed to do that well. I think we're going to see him draw out of this one, but even so, it's not a cut and dry situation.
No, I don't know. I don't know if he can get under that 9 ball or not.
Oh, you know what I see him doing? He's going to play this, back cut it. He's going to 2-rail around the opposite corner, and then he's going to 3-rail to the other side of the 6 ball there. Oof, that was a miscue. That was a miscue.
He had a tough shot to get around that 9.
Yeah, that was kind of a tall order there. He definitely miscued there. You could hear the
but as you can see,
bang of the cue.
What actually caused the problem that he was in was controlling that second ball off the combination.
Yeah, I mean, he had a shot that he could make, but as far as getting a reward on the 6-ball, that was
the tough part.
that was the tough part, exactly. No, Mike Minichello still has some life here.
It's not as sharp as I normally see him. You know, I mean, he is under the gun. You know, the guy's
Yeah, he
on
is,
the hill.
and there's definitely a lot of fatigue setting in. Don't forget that the players on the one-loss side, you know, they did have a lot of work to put in, and you know, it was a pretty long day yesterday, and they
We
got
started early yesterday,
Yeah,
too.
we started the first round matches began at 10 a.m. So, I mean, there was a lot of playing, not too much waiting. I got to say, there wasn't a ton of waiting. You know, we turned over matches at a pretty good rate. 64 player in a 10-8-6 format down to 12 in just about 12 hours or so, 12 and a half hours. That's pretty good. So there wasn't a whole lot of waiting, but yeah, I think the sharpness is just a matter of the fatigue setting in there. So
Billy's really struggling to get this job done. He got fortunate there and Mikey's going to try to once again jump this shot.
I just got to see his stance. I love watching Mike shoot.
You know, Billy's not going to get many more chances. You better close the door quick because I see Mikey sneaking back.
And that is definitely a possibility. Both of these players are capable of some unbelievable feats on this table. So, you know, Ray, I'm noticing that more and more people are trickling in to watch this. You know, this area over here is starting to fill up. So, the word is out.
Our spectator area?
Yeah, the group is starting to fill up here. Definitely getting some players coming in to watch and spectators alike. But also Kevin Bocci over here, great shooting, my friend. Kevin Bocci was advancing, and he is going to be playing the winner of Rantamba and Al McGuane next. I love the way I love the way you talk, Kevin. That's beautiful. Also, if you guys are not aware of Kevin's artistic talents, hit him up on social media, Facebook. He does some great giveaways. He's got these awesome pieces of work that he does, and he's done a lot of great artwork for the Pool World. Actually, I don't know if you're aware of that. He does some great artwork for the Pool World. We've got a nice picture of Ronnie. I'm not sure how to pronounce his
Allery.
Ronnie Allery. Legend in the game over here, and that's got some prime real estate, as you put it, in the pool room here at Snookers.
I don't know if you know this, but Ronnie actually went cross country playing pool on a bicycle.
Really?
He actually rode his bike to Alaska at one point in his life.
Really?
From Rhode Island, and he traveled around on his bicycle.
He rode a bike to Alaska.
Playing pool. Yeah.
Well, no wonder he's tired. He's like the Forrest Gump of pool.
Oh yeah, he actually did that tour on a bike. So
wow, that's pretty incredible. That is pretty incredible. But yeah, Kevin Boccio, he's got some great artwork. Check him out. He's done pieces for the likes of Scott Frost, Darren Appleton, you name it. He's done pieces for them. So
okay.
Mike Minichello bringing it to within one. 8 games to 9 in favor of Billy the Kid Lanna.
Well, I can tell you, Billy has to get the job done on this rack. You know why? Because Mikey is going to get the break on the hill. If it goes to the hill,
Mike's got the break, then the momentum comes in, and then it's just, and you don't know what's going to happen here.
The amount of times that Billy's had a chance to get out and end this.
And I'm getting word that both players need to take a quick breather. So we're going to be right back.
Well, with that, I'm going to actually take a 2-minute timeout too, and I'll be back.
Yeah, completely understandable. All right, bear with us, folks. Yes. Bear with us, folks. We're going to be right back with you with the conclusion of the Billy the Kid Lanna and Mike Minichello match. And again, our next matchup on the stream is going to be our hot seat match, with Jared Demalia going to 8, and Run Sue going to 6. And that's just going to be in a couple of minutes, so 8 games to 9. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. We're waiting for the players to return to their table. They both wanted to take a quick breather. The pressure is on. Ray, I spoke to the participants in the tournament, and Jared and Run both. They would prefer to
donate the money to me.
Nah, if only. No, they actually would prefer to hold off on playing their match because the loser of that's going to have a pretty long wait.
A wait time.
So they would like to take a little brief pause before we play that match. So they would like to put a different match up here. So.
Well, we try to accommodate the players.
Yeah, we want comfort. We don't want any excuses for any negatives. So
I'm okay with that.
So
we will stream the hot seat match.
Absolutely.
That will still happen.
We're going to hold off on that, and we're going to see who we're going to have up next. We're going to have one of two matches here. It's either going to be Kevin Baccio versus either Rantamba or Al McGuane. And then Jim Prather, Mike Minichello, Billy the Kid. I'm gonna say that we're gonna do Kevin Baccio versus Rantamba or Al McWayne.
Yeah, we got Rand and Al down there on table 6.
Yeah, that's very tight. That's 7 games to 6 in a race to 8. So they're just about finishing up there.
Someone's on the hill. Do you know who's on the hill over there?
I don't.
Well, Rand's at the table.
Rand is at the table.
I can see him down at the table there.
You know, I was talking to Rantamba earlier, and he was very confident today. He said, "You know what? I am going to win the tournament today." He said, "I'm going to come back from the one-loss side, and I'm going to show all of you guys why I'm the champion." You know, he was very confident. So he's bearing down, and I got to say, Al McWayne's been playing extremely strong these days.
He's a new addition to our Monday night draft league. So I think he's going to be a great addition, you know, for the team captains that we have in that league. He fits right in, makes the league a little bit more competitive. You know, a new face.
Absolutely.
You know, he's got to learn.
And he's a guy that's doing what I was mentioning before, where whatever you're ranked, you got to be a little ahead of the curve. And for a time, he was kind of consistent with his skill set, but. In his rank, but
you know,
right now I feel like he's kind of passing and improving, and you know, big ups to him.
Here we go, Billy, straight on break.
Wow, he avoided that scratch like
just a little bit.
Just a bit.
Yeah.
Just a bit outside. Now you see him pushing out here, or you see him attacking this kick shot here?
I don't know if he's going to try to attempt to thin the ball to play a safety and bring this cue ball down into some trouble.
You know, Billy, he loves trouble.
Unless he's going to try to bank it up and use that 7 as the blocker. And he elected to go the down table route.
Is he going to get there? He is not.
Not.
He's not going to get there.
Once again. I mean, he didn't have much there to work with. I mean, he did the best he could to try to get his cue ball in trouble.
So with the consideration that he could see the ball, there wasn't an option to push out there?
He could have. And he probably could have maybe pushed out to where it made what he attempted to do a little bit easier. You know, and that's what I was saying earlier about playing a push out. You don't have to push out to give the guy an open shot. Maybe Billy could have look to see maybe even push the ball somewhere to get an easy kick, or you know, make that shot a little bit easier where you think you might be getting it back, even though you're going to shoot it that way.
I got to say, Mike executed that one ball to the 3 pretty big.
Yeah, well, Billy's had, like I said, Billy's had his opportunities to win this match, and opportunities sometimes just don't come back at a certain point. And this is what Mikey has been. This is what I was saying. He likes to be the guy behind.
He plays better from behind. Yeah.
And now that you know the screws are against him here, where the guy's on the hill, he may just shut the door, run this out, run the next game out, and boom, it's over.
Yeah, Mike's going to get the break if he does manage to win this here. So, wow, that came off in his favor. He's a little bit straight there,
yeah.
Just a little straight there.
I don't know if he could force follow and catch the 2 rails, but then you got to worry about the 8 and the 9.
I mean, call me crazy, but I see him super stroking here. I mean, Mike does things like that where you're like, nah, you don't do that.
Looks like he's hitting
he's
high.
going forward. He's going to try to go high inside.
Between the 2 balls.
Wow.
There you go.
Very, very nicely executed shot there. Mike
Just
Minichello,
don't want
folks.
to be on the rail. Oh,
Mike Minichello, one of 3 Minichellos in the New England Pool and Billiards Hall of Fame. And if you wanted to know why, you're seeing it right now.
Yeah, he didn't want to be on the rail there, though. That really hurt him.
I think he's just going to float over to that side rail there and come out to.
He's looking
come
to
out
hit
to the
high
center
on
there.
the cue ball and try to get to that back rail and come 2 rails out. That's what when he first walked up for the shot. That's the way he was looking to get on it.
You think he's going to go high cue ball here? You don't see him spinning off the side rail there, the other long rail?
Oh yeah, not yep. He's digging down on it. He's drawing. He's going to draw straight across and come out.
A little bit of an underhit there.
Yeah, but that's because the cue ball was close to the rail. I mean, he still had. All he has to do is pocket the ball. His cue ball is going to be fine on this. Just focus on pocketing the ball.
And he connects. He connects. Mike Minichello looking to tie it up here, and he does.
Yep.
9 games to 9. Mike Minichello with the break.
I've read
Folks,
this
we
book
have a
before.
match.
Yep.
Folks, we have a match. Billy's looking over here like, hey. It's like a nightmare kid, isn't it? Just keeps getting.
Well, I don't know if you guys know
the
Billy,
crowd,
but
and the crowd
Billy
giving some Billy love. A couple of woos from the crowd.
Billy lets out his normal. I don't know if you guys heard it, but he lets out his normal yell that he does occasionally in the pool room, and they got the fans all stirred up.
Got some clapping going on. They love Billy over here.
I tell you, these guys, they're just throwing those balls up. They don't even peek at them. They don't try to read the spaces in them. And
said, hey, it's a rack, ain't it?
It's a rack. Just hit it.
It's a rack. All right.
Does he change anything? Does
Let's
he go
see.
to the same spot?
Signature rail bounce.
He's thinking. What should I do? No, he goes.
Said, I think I'll win from here.
Goes with what he's been doing. Oh, that wasn't a good rack. He gave himself a bad rack.
And I got to say one thing here. If this is a moving rack, you got to like Billy.
A moving rack? What do you mean?
If this is going to be a game where you're going to be playing hide and seek.
Oh, yeah. The defensive rack?
Yeah. If you're going to be manipulating the rack and moving around a lot, trying to hide the cue ball, playing cat and mouse like that, I think this is Billy's forte. But, I mean, obviously you can never count Mike out. But, I would have liked to see the balls open up there. Ball pocketed or not.
Can he see that one? Can we get a what kind of camera? Oh,
yeah,
no, he can't see that at all.
I mean, if anything, he could masse and maybe clip it, but he's going to be pushing out here, I think.
He wants to, whatever he does, he wants that cue ball to be on a rail, and that's why he's going into the 7 ball. He first looked to shoot the cue ball straight to the rail, but he knows that, speed is a factor where if he just touches the rail and bounces off, he's pretty much given the shot open, but he goes back to it. You want to be on the rail. That was a good shot. You got the 2 ball right next to the 5 there. In the position that Billy put Mikey, it's tough to get a good safety out of this.
Yeah, this is definitely difficult here. I see Mike coming underneath the 1 ball and trying to get that cue ball to hit somewhere around the 5 ball. I don't really see too many options, to be honest.
You can also look to pocket the ball and then play a safety on your next ball.
Yeah, that was tough to hold on to there.
I think what he was trying to do is he was trying to play maybe the combination 2-5 after that. I don't know if it goes by the 9. I don't know.
I'm not sure what he was doing. He was just looking to play safe after that, or just look for something different.
Actually, maybe he just underhit that. That cue ball is supposed to be on the other side of the table. I think that 2 goes by the 4. He was supposed to be on the other side of the table. He was hoping to come across. He just underhit it.
It's a very big shot in this match.
He's got a small ball he's kicking.
That's going to be a foul.
That is a foul.
He did open up the rack a bit.
Billy,
it's not wide open, but it's open.
I'm going to have to tell you that this is Billy's final chance. If
he doesn't get out here,
yeah,
it's curtains.
Yeah, you only get so many chances to get out. Now, obviously, he's looking to roll up, play the 3 on the side.
And he's done well. It's a nice line there.
I think he's going to try to come maybe like to where the spot is.
He came a little bit low there. I think he overspun that.
Yeah, but if he was on right where the spot was, he'd be okay.
He's going to be jacked up a bit over the 9-ball.
And he's going to thin cut this and have a shot maybe for the 5 in the right side pocket, but then he's going to worry about angle coming back down for the 6.
And he's got an angle.
He actually got both right there, so that was a really good shot. That might have been the shot that ended it. As soon as I say that, he gets a little straight on the 6.
I think he's okay.
Yeah.
He's got enough angle there to work some.
He's going to go inside English. Play the 7 in the side. This is cue ball going to need to go up table.
And looks like he might. He might need to do that. Looks like he might need to do that.
Or he uses inside English. Follow straight through inside English.
He's going outside. He's coming around the world.
Yeah. And he's coming into the line.
And he's there.
It's just a matter of pocketing the ball now.
Billy's bearing down for the cash, and he's gonna send that 9-ball directly into Mike, sitting in his chair, and Mike concedes. Wow. Great match. Fantastic.
Well, you know what? That's what the fans are looking for.
All right, folks. We're going to have another match coming up for you soon. So just hang tight, and we will be right back with you